Now, today in this episode of Meet the Property Guy, we'll be looking at um, the impact of the Dangote Refinery, the impact of the recently commissioned Dangote Refinery plant on Ikorodu real estate. Now, I know there have been a lot of videos about the Dangote refinery, the impact of the refinery on Lagos economy, on Lagos real estate, and even on the Nigeria economy in general. But this time around, we'll be looking at specific locations in Lagos, how the presence of the refinery, how activities around the refinery is going to affect real estate in Ekpe, how activities around the refinery is going to affect real estate in Ikorodu, how activities around the refinery will affect real estate in Ibejuleki, how activities around the refinery will affect real estate around even Ijebu axis of Ogun State. So, but this time around, we'll be starting with Ikorodu specifically. Now, currently, Ikorodu does not connect to Ibejuleki direct. So these Ibejuleki down here, all these around here, Bogije, Luju, all these are Ibejuleki, and up here is where we have Ikorodu at the other side of the lagoon. So basically, is the lagoon that divides Ibejuleki and Ikorodu. So this is Imota here, this is Isiu, this is Beigbe, this is Ijede, and then the heartland of Ikorodu. All these places are divided with Ibejuleki with the lagoon. So there is no direct road access if you are coming from Ikorodu to Ibejuleki. So for anyone driving, you have two routes. It's either you pass through the Ikorodu Ekpe Itokin Road, then come into Ibejuleki via the Lekki Ekpe Expressway here, or you take the Ikorodu Road down to Ojota and then pass the Third Milan Bridge, start the Lekki Expressway right from Ikoyi or right from VI down here to Ibejuleki, which is like a longer route. All right, now, if Ikorodu is not directly connected to Ibejuleki via road right now, then how is it possible that the presence of the refinery that is miles away is going to affect the real estate in Ikorodu? And that's what we'll be primarily looking at in this episode. Now, around the Dangote refinery, we have different communities before, and as well as we have different communities after. A couple of our clients and investors have been asking questions about the refinery, how close are residential houses, how close are residential towns to the refinery. Now, I've said this in one of my videos before. The Dangote refinery is inside the Lekki Free Trade Zone, and the entire Lekki Free Trade Zone is sitting on around like 8,000 acres. So today, in this episode of our property of the day, we'll be looking at this property along the Ekpe Itokin Ikorodu Road, Patcott Bay Estate by Evermark. For a lot of our investors who have invested around the Lekki Ekpe Expressway and are looking at other locations to also diversify, you can also consider investing in properties along the Ekpe Itokin Ikorodu Road, particularly for commercial. We all know how much commercial properties are along the Lekki Ekpe Expressway now, 68 million, 100 million. For those that cannot afford those commercial zones, then Ekpe Itokin is a very, very good place for you to position, because all the commercial demand, all the commercial hike around the Lekki Ekpe Expressway will also spill over towards the Ekpe Itokin Road. So you can invest here, you can position here for commercial, facing the road, dry land, upland. This location is higher than most of the other land around this zone, and that's why I will recommend this particular property, particularly because it's uphill. Properties downhill are prone to flooding. Uphill, dry land, you have less issue with water, less issue with flooding, and you can consider investing here. So if you want more details about this property, you want more assessment, more evaluation about this property, kindly do drop a comment or reach me directly on WhatsApp, and then I will tell you more. So let's go straight into back into the video of land. So it's a mass, it's like a city on its own, and the Dangote refinery is also sitting inside that entire free trade zone. So we have a long stretch of around like you'll be driving for around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you are still inside the free trade zone. So it's a massive industrial area, is a massive um, land area that is specifically for industries, factories, which the Dangote Refinery is just one of them. So for places like around Oshoroko, Shiriwon, Ilagbo, down to Ebute Lekki Town, Lepia, all these places are mostly around 40 minutes, 45 minutes after the Dangote Refinery. Even the Lakampani Tropicana is almost like an hour, or let's say roughly around 50 minutes to the refinery. So this show you how far most of these towns are actually to the refinery. All right, but my prediction is like a lot of all these towns are going to get a lot congested in 10-15 years. So I won't be surprised if there are a lot of residential houses, maybe 10-15 kilometers to the refinery in the future. All right, so let's leave that part. So we're looking at the free trade zone, which is around this side, and then we are looking at Ikorodu, which is around this side, and looking at how the presence of the free trade zone, the presence of the refinery is going to affect real estate all around this side. Now, currently, if you look at Ikorodu, all these are still part of Ikorodu, Sabo, Ishawo, Agric, you know, Ogolonto, Ebute Ikorodu, Ibeshi, all these places. When you look at the people staying here, their businesses are mostly concentrated in Ikorodu also. So they have their businesses around Sabo, they have their businesses around the Ikorodu garage, they have their businesses, their markets, and their stores right here in Ikorodu, and attending to the Ikorodu market too. And for the few people that are working in Ikorodu or that are working outside Ikorodu, a lot of them work along this Ikorodu road, which is the road that goes straight to Ojota, Maryland, Anthony, Lupeju, and so on. So it's common for you to see people working in Yaba, working in Anthony, working in Fadeyi, and they are living somewhere around Ikorodu, around the Greek, around Orijo, around even as far as around Maya, and they are working around Anthony, working around Maryland. So, and because of these people have to get out for them to work, and most of their direction is outside along the Ikorodu road, either to go to Anthony, Maryland, or to connect from the Ikorodu road to Ojota and then work on the island. Maybe they are working at VI, they are working at Obalende, they are working at Marina, which a lot of them actually prefer to take the boats or the lagoon. So most of all these waterfronts here, there are jetties there, so they can connect to Ebute Meta, they can connect to Ikoyi, they can connect to VI via this jetty. So a lot of them are actually using this jetty to get to work. So which means that currently the people here that are working outside Ikorodu either work in locations along the Ikorodu road, or they work in locations where they have to access the third mainland bridge and go to Marina, go to Lekki Phase 1, go to VI to work. Now, the presence of the free trade zone is going to change that, let's say in the next 7, 5, 6 years. So what's going to happen is that a lot of the people here will start looking westward. Is it west? Okay, eastward rather. A lot of the people here will start looking eastward. A lot of people in Ikorodu now will start looking eastward, and their primary interest will now be around the Ikorodu Epe Itoki road. So because this road connects straight to Ibejuleki, and from here they can get access to the businesses around the free trade zone, and the businesses around the seaport, the businesses around the Dangote Refinery. I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, that the Dangote Refinery is going to boost a lot of industrialization around that place. A lot of B2Bs are also going to work there, business to business. So as long as there are business to business transactions occurring, more businesses are going to move in, which will also be more opportunities for vacancies and more opportunities for people to work. So right now, people that are along Agbowa, people that are along Imota, people that are along Lucky Fiber, a lot of these people now, they don't have to take the entire Ikorodu road to go to either Maryland and Tony to look for a job, or be taking jetty to come to the island to look for job. They can easily take the Ekpe Itoki road, come into Ibejuleki either around the airport or just go down to around the Eleko to look for opportunities from the different jobs and the different businesses around the refinery. So, which means that a lot of properties around Agbowa, around the Imota, that all this while around Shalabo, all this while that doesn't make sense, and the rental value is peanuts, because these places are far inside the Ikorodu and they are not really close to any opportunities. The rental value of most of these properties are actually going to rise in the next 7 years. You know, a lot of these places where like rent is like 300k, 350k, 200k, 150k. It's not going to be surprising that rent here are going to move to around like 1 million, 1.5 million very, very soon, because now there are opportunities for the people staying here to walk around the airport or to walk around the free trade zone. So these are the opportunities that are coming here. So for the few people that already have properties around the Mota, around Agbowa, around Shalabo, around Berigbe, see, just try to hold what you have there. Try to hold it, because the spillover of the different industrialization and commercialization that is happening around the free trade zone and around the refinery will also occur to this place. And I've been talking about income class for a while. The more people earn, the more opportunities that people have, the more they'll be interested in paying higher for rent for places that is close to where the opportunities are. So all this eastern part of Ikorodu now, all this eastern part of Ikorodu, down to Adamo, down to Maya, down to where we have the Laspotech, that is now the Lagos State University of Science and Technology. All these places now, a lot of the people there, a lot of the people working there, a lot of the people at the employment cadre or cadet bracket of their life will now start looking eastward to look for opportunities around the Ekpe, to look for opportunities around the Bejuleki, and primarily to look for opportunities around the seaport and around the Dangote Refinery. So that's one of the spillovers that you should be expecting. Now, another thing that is also going to change how this location is in a few years is the fourth mainland bridge is coming, and the fourth mainland bridge will be climbing this side, exactly this side of the lagoon. So this will also be giving access to people around Igbogbo, giving access to people around Bayoku, around Ijede, to the island markets, primarily the market between Ibrahim Adesanya down to Eleko here. And remember, regardless of whatever that is happening around the seaport side, around the Dangote Refinery side, is also going to spill over to also all these axes around the Luju, Ayeteju, Bogije, Eleko, all these axes too is going to spill over there. And the people here around the Ikorodu here, with the fourth mainland bridge now, they now have a straight access to the opportunities around here. They have the straight access to the opportunities around here. So that's also another thing that is going to change this location. I've been talking about diversifying your portfolio, and a lot of people keep ignoring this very, very important tactics. Is as long as you are investing in Lagos, as long as you are investing in real estate, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You can't ignore any location. As at 20 years ago, Ibejuleki was nothing. As at 25 years ago, there was nothing around Songotedo. There was nothing around Ibrahim Adesanya for anybody to want to invest there. But look at these locations right now, Ibrahim Adesanya. Look at those locations right now, Songotedo. Look at those locations right now, Ibejuleki, and see how people are jostling to get a piece of real estate in all these locations. So that shows you that you can't ignore any location. You just have to look at what's happening in that location right now, what's coming in that location, and then you position yourself there. The fourth mainland bridge route is almost very clear right now. So if you like yourself, within the next, let's say, 6 to 9 months, you can start to look for properties, particularly commercial properties, that is at least nearby some of these routes, because that bridge is going to open a lot of commercial opportunities and commercial activities around Ikorodu. So for people that want to invest in Ikorodu, or that have been ignoring investing in Ikorodu, then I've just given you an eye opener to what's likely going to happen here, let's say in the next 6 to 7 years, based on the presence of this free trade zone here, based on the presence of the Dangote Refinery there. And also remember that the airport is also still coming around somewhere here. And there is even a proposed direct bridge. There's a proposed direct bridge somewhere around here that's going to be connecting straight up Ekpe to the airport. So there are so many opportunities, there are so many plans that are coming here, that is going to happen here. And the earlier you are here, the earlier that you position yourself here, the better for you. So definitely, if you have questions, and if you also want to look at the different opportunities around the Ikorodu, yeah, we have some opportunities here, we have some projects here, we have some locations here around the Ikorodu that we can advise you to position for the Fort Milan Bridge, for the Ekpe Talking Road, for the airports, and also you can also look at how you can also position yourself to still tap into what's happening around the Bejuleki right now, because just imagine all the commercial land around this place now are like 60 million, 100 million, 68 million for 1,000 square meter. Whereas if you come in around this Ekpe Talking Road, you are still going to see commercial land around like maybe 14 million, around 12 million. So you can be there to position yourself, and whatever that is happening around here, is also going to gradually trickle over and spill over to also everything that is also going to be happening around here too. So feel free to drop your comments if you have questions, and I will definitely attend to that. And we'll see how we can advise you on what you have, what you want to do, what you are trying to achieve, and see the best on how you can maximize your return on investment. Either you are investing in Ikorodu, you are investing in Ekpe, or you are looking at investing in Ibejuleki. So for those that have also been watching my videos, this is also another opportunity. We've been eyeing to and targeting the 3K subscribers for a while now. So kindly do subscribe, kindly do share our videos, kindly invite your contacts to also subscribe to our videos too. Hitting that 3K subscribers is one of our big goal for the year, and we're also working tremendously also to have interview sessions this year, so that you can learn from people that are in charge of perfecting titles, people that are in charge of construction, people that are in charge of giving approvals. You can also hear from lawyers in terms of different land disputes, land documentation, land clauses, and we are seriously looking forward to that. I'm really excited about that idea, and I'm looking forward to kicking off that very soon. All right, so subscribe, like our videos, and if you have anything that you want to ask us, you have anything that you want to comment on, any feedback, you can also drop your comments downward below. So I still mean number one property on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. Thanks once again for watching our videos, and see you next time.